So, very good morning, my dear student. Today, I am going to discuss you about the re-indexing of Panda series. Now, re-indexing of Panda series. That means here what we can find that one thing has been added here, one thing has been done here. When we are taking a series, we are re-indexing it. Okay, indexing we have seen, we have done the different pattern of re-indexing. So this is one way. Another way of re-indexing the series, Panda series. So what first of all what I have done here, first of all you have find it that here I have given import pandas as PD. That means I am calling here the Python Panda as PD. So PD, why PD? PD means the pre-formatted name that has been given by the Python itself. Okay, so it is a pre-formatted name that has been given by the Python itself. So as we find it, this particular pre-formatted name is there. Next what we can find that numpy as np. Okay, so those the numpy value, what we find it that numpy we have done it, we have given the numpy as an np part. Clear? So as we have find it that numpy as an np part, those the particular thing, those the particular part what we find it that we are having those particular pattern that we can call it. That means how we can call all these particular structures. So as we can call all these particular structures, there are the defined format is there. Okay, there are the defined format is there, and in this particular defined format what has been done here, we have called it with different structures and different form. Okay, different structures and different form. That means there are the specified format. Based on this specified format we will going to call the Python pandas, and we will going to call the numpy. So numpy we are calling here as np. So as we are calling here the numpy as np, that we find it that this particular sections has been called and it has been worked in this way. Next what we have done here, you can find here data np dot array. That means I am calling here the array what, this particular array. So in a series program, what has been done here at this moment, I am calling the array. Clear? So as I have called the array, this particular array, what you can find, array means what, which will going to have a same pattern of values in the program. Okay, so that will going to have a same pattern of values in the program. So those the same pattern of values has been given here, and those the same pattern of structures has been given in this particular area. Okay, so those the same pattern of values that has been given, and those the same pattern of structures that has been given in the particular area, we are having those thing, we are making those things, and we are finding it that how we are going to have those different type of structures. Okay, so array we can derive, array we can make as per our requirement. We can make the array and we can work with that particular array. So what we are doing here, actually we are taking the array and we are constructing that particular array in a series. Isn't it? We are constructing that particular array in a series. So how we are constructing them in that particular series, we can find it that this the particular structures that we find, this the particular stage we can find that we will going to have a series. So how, what we are calling, see here, s1 equals to in pd dot series. Okay, so s1 equals to pd dot series. This particular pd dot series that we find it here, that we are having a data then index. Okay, pd dot series then data index. What is the index value? See here, I have given some index value here, a b c d e. Okay, so as I have given some index value here, this particular index value what has been given, then I have printed it. Okay, after I have done the printing of this particular work, what we find that we have here s2. Okay, s2 equals to s1 dot reindex. s1 dot reindex what has been done, see here, I have given here edcba. Okay, EDCBA. So all this particular thing, what we find it, that when we are making and when we are constructing those the particular structures that we are working with, those the particular type we are working with, we are making the particular thing and we are re-indexing the particular thing. Okay, so as we are making the re-indexing of the work, as we are making the re-indexing of that particular area, we have to work on the data that we have given, that means array that we have given, and we have get the series that we find. Okay, then what we find it that we are having a particular we are having this particular thing to be printed out. Okay, so those the thing what we find that we will going to do. Now let us see what is the output that we are having here. Okay, so those the output that we find, those the output that we see, that each and every output what we have, each and every output that we are having, let us see what the output we are going to find it from this particular section. So dear student, now you see how we are getting this particular thing. So as we are getting this particular thing, we want to find it that we are having those different pattern of data structures. Okay, we are having those different size of the data structure. That means I have taken an array, and that array what I have done, I have converted the array into a series. Okay, as I have converted the array into a series, that particular array that has been converted into a series, we will going to find it that how the thing will be worked with. Okay, so as we see it that each and every part, as we see that each and every part that we are working with, we are finding that there are the different type of patterns, different patterns of the data that what has been given in this particular array. Okay, so data type is what? Data type what we find it? Data type is integer data type. Now what I have done, I have re-indexing the particular series. So re-indexing means what we have done it. See, I have taken E at first, then D, then E, C, then B, then A. Okay, so as I have done it, you see the values is also changing. Okay, so as the values are changing, see what is the E's value, as I have called that E at first. So E's value is 34. So since the E value is 34, that 34 has come at first. Okay, so as the E value is 34, that particular 34 has come at first. Okay, next what we can find, D value is 99. So D value is 99, we can find this particular D value is come at second. Okay, then we can find it C value is 88. So as we find the C value is 88, this particular 88 come in this particular area. Okay, next what we can find, B value is 76. So as the B value is 76, this particular thing has been come in this particular area, and we find A is there, so A value has come in the last. So this is what the arrangement that we have done. This is what the arrangement what we have find, that we have constructed this arrangement, and after constructing this arrangement what we find it that we want to make this particular structures, and we want to find out that structure. That means we are totally rearranging the column num values with the help of what? With the help of the row indexing manner. Okay, so with the help of the row indexing manner, we are making this particular arrangement. Clear? So as we are making this particular arrangement with the help of this particular thing, we can find it that this is the output what will going to show to us. Okay. So dear students, see the second program. In this program what I have done, see here that here also I have done the indexing and re-indexing manner that has been implemented. So how it has done, first let us see that each of the cases how the indexing and re-indexing has been done. First what has been done, first I have import pandas as PD. Okay, so pandas that has been given, pandas has been imported as PD here. Clear? That means I am calling this particular panda, and as I am calling the particular panda, there we find it that what is the name has been given here? The name has been given here as PD. Why PD? Because it is a formatted section that we find that is there in this particular Python programming. Okay, so Python programming, this the particular format as is given there. Number one. Number two is that when I have called here a numpy, what we have called here? Numpy we have called here as np. Okay, so np, that particular thing has been called here as a numpy. So we can find here, that means this is also the predefined name that is been given there. That means numpy as np and pandas as pd, that is already defined by the Python itself. Okay, so as it has already been described by the Python itself, that the particular thing what we find, that the particular part what we can find, that we are working on this particular structures. Okay, we are calling those two different program sections to be worked with it. Why for? So see here, the first thing what I have done here is I have taken a variable. The variable name is data. In this data, what has been done? I have done it as numpy.array. Okay, numpy.array, that means I have called one array here. Those are the values that has been given inside the array. Okay, so those are the values what we can find. The values has been given inside the particular array. After we give those values in the array, then what has been done here? We have created one series under what? Series under the PD. PD means panda. Okay, so as we have created the series under PD, so what we have done, s1 equals to pd dot series data comma index. So those are the indexing has been done. So we can give the indexing before also, we can give the indexing at the time when we are declaring also. So here I can give level equals to a b c d e, then I can call index equals to level. This particular thing also we have done. Okay, so as we find those particular thing when we can done it here, that means after doing it, after converting the data into the series, which data? The array that we have done. Okay, those data of the array that we have done here, and we have converted it into a series. Okay, so since we have converted into a series, that particular moment of time that we find it, that we are having the s1 that we are printing here. Okay, so we are printing here s1. After that, what we can find it, that it has been done as reindexing. Reindexing of this particular structure. Reindexing means what we find, s1 dot reindexing. That means in s2 we are doing s1 dot reindexing. See here what I have given, f g c b a. That means some of the section, some of the row name that has been said, those the row name what has been said, row doesn't existed. So if the row doesn't exist, then what will happen and what it will going to show? That means level is not there, labeling is not there, and since when labeling is not there, then how we will going to find it? The thing will going to work. Okay, then what we will going to find the answer for it? How we will going to emphasize those different types of data? Okay, so these are the different important things, these are the different important factors. That means as we are calling the array, as we find that we have called the array, so that particular array what is there, that particular array what you find that is been working with. Why we are calling the array? We didn't call the series, we called an array and we have converted into a series. Okay, so that has been converted into a series. After that, what we find it, that each of this particular thing that we have done a reindexing here. Okay, so as we have done the reindexing here, this the particular reindexing what we have done here, that before the reindexing, first we have given some index there. Okay, so first we have given some index there. As we have given some index there, those the index what are there, those the index structures that we have done it here. After this index structure, we are re-indexing. That means we are calling here, what we are calling here, those F, G, E, B, A. E is existed, but F and G is not there, isn't it? F and G is not there. So when F and G is not there, that means what we can do for it, how we can work for it. So this is the particular thing, this is the particular way that we are doing it. It will going to give you some of the outputs, okay, some of the different output that we find that we are working with. So then I have done it, what, print S2. Okay, so let us see how the thing is working. So dear student, now when we have done this, you see here the first I have given the indexing, like A, B, C, D, E. As I have given the indexing there, this particular pattern of indexing, what we find that we are having this particular type of indexing pattern, and in this indexing pattern we are working, we are finding that the values that has been given, that has been indexed with this particular area. Okay, so as we are indexing this with those particular area, when we are making them, we find it that each of this particular indexing area that we have indexed it. After that, what we have done, you see here, after that I have given two part. What is that two part? One is F and one is G, but F and G is not in a series. So F and G is not in a series, then what the computer will going to give here? NaN. Okay, NaN means the value doesn't exist here. Okay, NaN, using the NaN we will going to do different other program also, you can see. So as we find it that using the NaN, as we are going to do the different other program, we will see that how we are executing. So this is a very small executions of it. Okay, so non-existing of the values or non-applicable of the values, what we find it. So the empty area, okay, where we find that the value doesn't exist, the value is not there. As the value is not there, those the value, what we find it that we will going to have the structure, and we will going to make that particular structure in a way that we find that how the structures can be workable, how we find the structures can be implicable. Okay, so as we find the structures that is implicable, this the particular structure that we find that we are working with, and we are finding that particular structure where we have the all different patterns of what, data, isn't it? So all different patterns of data, what is there, those the data what we find, those the part what we find, that each of this particular section that we are declaring, each of this particular structures that we are declaring, we find it that those the structures what we have, those the part what we have, we are having those particular pattern of the structures. The phase which we are not giving the value, the phase where we haven't given any pattern of value, those the particular pattern of value that we have done it and we have give it, we find it that all this particular thing will come as a NaN implementable. Okay, so NaN implementable of this particular structure, NaN implementable of this particular program. This way we can use the indexing and re-indexing matter, and in this re-indexing matter we can call the rows which doesn't have the value. So if the row doesn't have the value, in this way it will going to show that there is no value exists in that particular row. Okay, so this is how we can do the program, this is how we can implement the particular program. Clear? So this is the implementation what we find, this is the implementation what we can see, that we are having this and we are working on this particular area. Okay, so we are working on this particular area. So this is how we can find the data can be workable, and we can see how we are implementing those data and we are working on this particular area. Okay, so this is the particular area, this is the particular part that we are working, we are finding, we are making these structures and we are working with this particular structure, isn't it? So this is how you can see, this is how you can find it, that each and every particular area, each and every particular part that we are constructing the data, we are making the data and we are working with the data. So for this particular working pattern we have to implement, we have to see that how we are using the series. So this is one way that has been shown to you for the implementation of the series that we are doing. Okay, we are implementing the series, and in the series also we can implement, we can find out those portions which doesn't have any values. So if it doesn't have any values, that means how it will going to do, it will going to do the structure, it will going to make the work in such a way, in such a form where we are having the particular frame, where we are working with a particular structure that we are defining to it, okay, that we are making to it. Okay students, so today I am ending my this session here. Thank you all.